Hello, everyone. This is Jeff Z. Today, I'm going to talk about my learning experience of LeetCode. This is my first video, so my video is different from the other LeetCode videos, as I will share most of my learning experience, my thought process first, before I jump into the code and the other standard solutions. So today, I will try my best to explain this well, but since this is the first video I recorded, I probably need pay attention to how I describe the problem, so the solution. The first problem today, I'm going to talk about the two sum. So it's an easy problem. I will try to start with easy, then medium. So this is the description of the problem. Given an array of integer return indexes of two numbers such that they add up a specific target, you must assume that each input would have exact one solution, and you may not use the same element twice. So this is important because let's say if, to give an example, you have 2, 7, 11, 15, and the target is 9. In this case, because the first element, which is 2, and the second element, it is 7, which added up equals to 9. So you need to return the index. Remember, you need to return the index instead of the actual number. So I made that mistake in the first place. Is I tried to return the actual number, but this is not what the problem is asking. Um, yeah, so and also like you need to verify, okay, you are not using the same element. For example, you have target is 10, and you have maybe 5 in your array, which means that you can use two fives to say, okay, this would be 10 added up as a 10, but you cannot use the 5 for twice if there's only one 5. All right. What is the solution? So I will talk about the thought process that I had. So as I said, I made a mistake on um, understand this as a traditional two sum, which you know I thought I just need to return the element, uh, the actual number instead of index. So I used array sort to sort the array first, and then I used some tricks to do the left and the right two pointers to find the actual number and return that, which is not right. So I found this at the very end of the method when I tried to kind of submit. So this is absolutely wrong. Some others to some problems requires you to return the actual number, which is different from the requirement in this problem. Then the next one is I try to use two pass hash table. It's actually hash map. You'll understand what I mean, two pass hash map. I did this pretty well. First pass, it was I submitted and it's got accepted. And then I want to call out one thing that I basically didn't know how to handle this case is if there's nothing that I can find, there's no combination that I can find. For example, all these arrays elements in the array, there's nothing actually added up as 9. What I should do? So I originally thought I need to return a empty array with just basically an empty array, which has nothing. So but I checked the standard solution. Uh, it shows that you should throw illegal argument exception. So I'm not saying that my solution is necessarily wrong, but it's better that you need to confirm with the interviewers. Uh, what if there's nothing can be found in the array? Should I throw exception or should I return something else? All right, after I checked the solution, I completed a two-pass hash map solution, and then I checked the standard solution. What I found is there's one more solution which is doing for the one-pass hash map. I will also show you what's the one-pass hash map means. So okay, so let's jump, which actually save. It's not literally save you the time complexity or space complexity because you still need time complexity and on for the space complexity. Yeah. So let's jump into the code. So this is the two-pass hash map. So first I will just show you like this is the wrong implementation I did, which using the array.sort, which is sorting the array first. Then I use two pointers to basically the left and right to kind of find if the left and the right has a sum which equals to the target, which is wrong, uh, because you will have you will return the left and the right index, but the index already changed because you already sorted the array. So don't use this if the if the problem is asking you to return the index. So this is the two-pass hash map solution. So what I did is I have this hash map defined, and I loop this is the first loop of the array. What I did is the key is actually the the result of subtraction from the target and the element, which means that you just need to find the other half. You'll be able to find you'll be able to find the the pair which has the sum equals to the target. And then the value is actually the index, which means that for you need to the other half, and the other half is actually stored here as an index. You don't need the actual number. So just to put this in the target, sorry, in the hash map. So I will just show you this. Okay, I will just show you this. How it works. So the hash map is actually, say in this case it will be the 7 as the key, and the index will be 0, right? The index will be 0, and then 9 minus 7, it will be 2, which the index will be 1, which is the value to stored in the hash map, and then uh, so on and so forth. So it will be 2, sorry, minus 2, and then it will be 2, and then it will be minus 6, which is, let's see, is 3. Yes. Okay. So in this case, we store that, and then the second loop is actually trying to find um, if the map contains the number which equals to what we have here, what we stored here, right? Is saying let's see, yeah, is saying that 7. So if we can find anything that is 7, which you will get the index, right? Um, so in this case, it will say, okay, you find the 7, and then um, you find for the first number you find the 7, and then you also need to make sure that um, you're not using the same element twice, so you need to compare the index, right? And then if you find that, means that first element is 2, and then you find this, yeah, so you find the 2 and the 7, which is the right, sorry, in this case it will be, say, you get the first one, 2, which is this guy. So you get to the 1, not to the 0. Yeah, so you get to the 1, and then say the index 1 is the element is the other part of the 2, which means that 2 and 7, which is 0 and 1, should be returned. So it will add it to the result and then return that directly. So you don't have to find the other pairs. So another thing that I should do is I should copy this to return a throw an exception instead of return an empty array. So that you need to confirm with the interviewers. So yeah, so the time complexity in this case will be O(n) because we loop this array first time and the second time. It depends on its basic n is the length of the array. So space complexity, it will be the same because we allocate a map which has the same length as the same size as the array. And the next one is the one pass hash map. This is what I see from uh, the LeetCode solution. So this is a little bit more like optimal solution because you don't have to loop second time. So it's a similar idea. So I marked this as similar idea, but while you do the loop, first loop of the element, you construct you put an element in the map. Similar thing is you get the result from the subtraction and then you put it into the as a key into the map. But at the same time, you will also do a check. Say, okay, is the previous existing map already have a element which you can use as the other part of the sum to combine with the existing ones to actually get the target number. If it is, then you just need to return that instead of keep looping. So if not, you keep looping, adding this numbers, similar idea as the two pass ones. So the throw, and if you at the end of the function you cannot find any pair, you basically will return the illegal argument. So the time complexity in this case, I still think that it's O(n). I need to check. Let's see. Okay, it's gonna take a long time to load. All right. Yeah, so the brute force is definitely not a good way to do two pass hash map. Hash table is the one that I used, and this is the new one. Yep. So the time complexity still will be the O(n) because the worst case you still need to define the map which is the same length as the array, and the the time complexity is like worst case you need to loop into the end of the array, and the space complexity is the same. Is you need to have the same length. You need to have the same length of the map, same as the array. All right. That's pretty much the end of this video. Uh, Thanks for watching. I will post more videos later on. This is my first one. Thank you.